Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Minnesota Mike back with you for another video. This is another one in my vlog series that I do through the Memphis Songwriters Association in conjunction with the blog that I write for them, talking all about songwriting and what has worked for various artists over the course of a handful of years, whether those songs have been hits or not. So this latest kick that I'm on is called A Guy Walks Into 32 Bars. Recently I was watching a video that broke down all kinds of different song structures. We talk about song structure in every single blog and vlog kick, but this one gave me something new to think about. The existence of the 32 bar ABBA structure. This is where there's some sort of introduction, the A part, and then you have two new parts that are similar before returning to the introduction at the end. This is most commonly seen in Broadway musicals, with the A sections being a bit of talking and the B parts being a bit of singing. In this particular blog, blog and vlog kick, I should say, we will get slightly more complicated than that, than having just two parts, but it'll give you the general idea. We haven't discussed musical theater in my blogs or vlogs, so I thought I'd touch on that. You may not write the next biggest Broadway hit, but in thinking about this, it immediately inspired a song of mine, and I hope it does the same for you. So we'll start off with the Surrey with a Fringe on Top from Oklahoma, a 1943 musical that has stood the test of time. It took me forever to get my driver's license, but I surely would not have been single in high school if I'd thought to woo my classmates with a carriage ride through the countryside. That's exactly what the narrator does in this tune. He claims they'll be the talk of the town when people see them driving by in the souped-up buggy, claiming their eyes will pop. The chorus then goes on to say the wheels are yellow, the upholstery's brown, the dashboard's genuine leather, with is in glass curtains you can roll right down in case there is a change of weather. I do want to point out, before I move on from this section, and we'll talk about the lyrics a little bit more, but it mentions brown upholstery, and part of what inspired this song was I actually fell into an upholstery machine recently, but before you worry too much, I'm fully recovered now. So anyway, more lyrical analysis will follow in the structural section. But for now, we're going to chat about the melody. So the song is written in G major and backed by an orchestra. The intro, often called a chorus back in the day, oddly enough, uses G and D7, which is the 1 and 5/7 chords, in a 4-bar pattern that ends in E major. Then this song does something very different from contemporary song forms. It modulates the key of the song by moving up a sixth. It modulates from G major to E major, to C sharp major, to B flat major, and then back to G major, all while repeating the 1 tonic and 5/7 dominant chord relationship in each key. The verses then use G mixolydian for 7 bars and 1 split bar of A and D, the 1, the 2, and the 5. And the first chorus in modern day terms uses C and D in 2 split bars, G7, C, and E minor 7, also 2 bars, and then A to D in a split bar. The intro is repeated as a bridge, followed by repeating the verse and chorus twice, then to the outro that uses C, D7, D, and G, which are the 4, 5/7, 5, and 1 chords, respectively. Structurally, the song is the A-B-B-C, B-A-B-B-C, B-D pattern. The aforementioned talking section at the beginning allows for us as viewers and listeners to gain context in the song. In this case, that context is the narrator trying to convince a love interest to go out with him, setting up why it's such a great idea, which is covered in the rest of the song. This is the A section. This section is followed by the B section, which makes sense if you know the alphabet, the verses of which there are 2, and this is followed by a chorus, the C section, please excuse the phrase, where he describes the interior of this Surrey. This is followed by another verse, a return to the B section, and after that they repeat the A section. This time, however, the woman in question, the narrator's love interests, love interest asks some follow-up questions about the Surrey with the fringe on top. Is it made of silk? Does it really have a team of snow-white horses? Both of those questions are answered by the narrator. There are then 2 more verses, B sections, followed by another chorus, the C section, 3 more verses, the B sections, 1 more C section, 1 more B section, an outro, which I suppose you could classify as a D section. We have Richard Rodgers to thank for the lyrics and Oscar Hammerstein II to thank for the music. Interestingly, this song has become a jazz standard after recorded by jazz pianist Ahmad Jamal in 1952, and that in turn influenced Miles Davis. The Surrey with a Fringe on Top is linked below. You can take a listen. It's one of my absolute favorites, and if it's not one of yours, I hope it quickly becomes that, and if it is, you can take another listen. Next time, we're going to talk about Get Me to the Church on Time from My Fair Lady. I am Minnesota Mike. Thank you so much.